On the surface, he looks like the perfect man, deep, devoted, charming. But behind that sweet smile, Ahui is juggling 3 women at once. His first lover, Jingqi, is so heartbroken she's almost losing her mind. His second, Mimi, is madly in love, blind to everything but him. And then there's his secretary, quiet and obedient, doing whatever he says. Ahui's generosity is legendary. Flowers, luxury handbags, limited edition heels. He even kneels down to put them on Mimi himself, whispering sweet lies until she melts completely. But one day, Mimi starts wondering, how come Ahui's always free? Doesn't he ever go to work? Turns out, he is the boss. And his secretary? She's just another pawn in his twisted game. When he finally goes home to his wife, he plays the perfect husband again. He claims he was working late, that he didn't come home because of an urgent project. His wife, sleepless with worry, believes him until he hands her a diamond necklace and says softly, "I love you, honey." Then comes his signature move, the soul-level manipulation. "Tell me, how much do you love me?" Every time he's with a new woman, he gives a gift. The more expensive the gift, the deeper his supposed love. So when today's gift turns out to be incredibly pricey, yeah, that says it all. Ahui isn't your ordinary cheater. He's an artist of deceit. And his line? Pure legend. "You're my only one. No matter who I'm with, my heart will always belong to you." Unbelievably, his wife falls for it again. The next day, they're having a romantic dinner at a fancy restaurant. But fate loves drama, because Mimi walks in. She spots Ahui with another woman and storms over. "Who are you? Why are you with my boyfriend, Ahui?" Jingqi doesn't even flinch. She keeps eating. Ahui, coming back from the restroom, sees the chaos and performs his signature escape act. He slips out the back door and tells the waiter to pass a message. "Tell her I had an emergency. She should go home first." Back home, he drops to his knees, begging for forgiveness, waving a check for 1 million as an apology. His wife rips it up in disbelief. He immediately writes another. 5 million. That silence. That's the sound of forgiveness money can buy. Later, he's back at Mimi's place, using the same tired lies. "That woman's just my wife on paper. We've been separated for years. Last night was our final dinner." Then comes the jewelry, an expensive bracelet, slipped onto her wrist with the gentlest touch. Mimi hesitates, but her heart wins. Night falls. Now it's the secretary's turn, working overtime at his private apartment. She thinks she's special, that her devotion means something. But little does she know, Mimi's already on her way there. Ahui holds his sweet, pretty secretary close. Their deep work discussion is heating up fast, just as they're about to get really productive. The doorbell starts ringing like crazy. It's his girlfriend, Mimi, standing outside. No one answers, so she calls. Ahui freezes. Instant panic. In a flash, he shoves the secretary out onto the balcony, grabs a glass of water, splashes his hair, and pretends he just stepped out of the shower. Wet hair, towel, fake innocence. Classic move. Vintage scumbag. But Mimi's no fool. She walks straight in, heads right for the bathroom. The shower's bone dry. Not a single drop of water. Still, she doesn't expose him. Not yet. Ahui goes into full performance mode. "Babe, I'm exhausted. Haven't eaten all day. Let's go grab dinner." Mimi gives a soft smile. "Let's just order takeout. Eat here, rest after." Ahui starts sweating bullets. He insists on going out, when suddenly, thud, a shoe drops. Mimi's ears perk up. Her eyes sharpen like a knife. She walks to the balcony, pulls open the curtain, and there she is, the secretary, frozen. Mimi doesn't scream. She simply smiles, locks the balcony door, and calmly takes Ahui's arm. "Let's go out." The secretary's left standing there, shocked, barefoot, and trapped. She texts Ahui frantically. "Mimi saw me. She locked me out." Mimi, meanwhile, finally drops the act. "Yeah, I locked her up. Snacks are fine once in a while, but don't get too attached." Ahui fires back with his next Hall of Fame scumbag quote. "Snacks are just temporary pleasure, but you're my dessert for life." Meanwhile, his wife, the real Mrs. Ahui, is breaking down at home, completely alone. When the secretary calls to snitch about Ahui and Mimi, the wife barely reacts. She's numb, used to it. That night, when Ahui doesn't come home again, she finally snaps, grabs a handful of pills, ready to end it all. But the pain hits her stomach hard. She trembles, dials Ahui's number. "Please, take me to the hospital." Ahui, impatient, snarls back. "If you're sick, call 911. What do you want me for? I'm not a doctor." He hangs up, then goes right back to making love with Mimi. By dawn, he strolls home. His wife, pale and shaking, confronts him. "Where were you all night?" Ahui doesn't answer, but Mimi does. She cuts in coldly. "You volunteered to pay my bills. The car, the rent, that's all on you. Don't act like I owe you anything. We're just friends. If you can't handle that, let's stop seeing each other." Her words hit like a bullet. He drops to his knees, sobbing. "I'll never ask again." Mimi's mother rushes in, whispering, "Be nicer to him. Our whole family depends on that man." Mimi just shrugs, walks away, and checks her phone. She's tracking Ahui's location through a secret app. Back at home, Ahui sees his fragile wife. For a moment, guilt flickers in his heart. He fakes remorse, holds her hand. I was working late again. I didn't want to leave you alone, but I'm doing this for our future. Once again, his wife believes the lie. She thinks maybe they can still be happy, but fate's got other plans. Later that night, Mimi, using the tracker, finds Ahui's house. She orders takeout, on purpose. When the delivery arrives, the wife smiles softly, thinking it's a surprise from her husband. She opens the door and finds Mimi standing there, holding a funeral wreath. Mimi smirks. Heard you're sick. Thought I'd bring you some flowers. Oh, and by the way, I was with Ahui last night. Then she twists the knife. It's your fault, you know. You let him run wild. If you'd cared for him better, maybe he wouldn't have strayed. If you'd stepped up sooner, I wouldn't have fallen this deep. The wife stands speechless, trembling. The secretary, hearing the commotion, gets excited. Show her the marriage certificate. Rub it in her face. The wife hesitates, still clinging to her image as the good wife. The secretary snatches the phone, snaps a photo of the certificate, and pushes her. She brought you a funeral wreath. That's self-defense, honey. Meanwhile, Mimi lounges in her car, feeling proud, waiting for Ahui, until a new message pops up. A photo of the marriage certificate. Her smirk fades. Her eyes go cold. So that's how you want to play, huh? Just when everything's about to blow up. Ahui stays perfectly calm. The man's a professional liar. He swears, hand over heart, this will never happen again. But notice, he never says he'll actually leave Mimi. He just claims they still have some work ties, and promises to end things gradually. And somehow, unbelievably, the wife forgives him. Again. Meanwhile, Mimi gets home fuming. The more she thinks about it, the angrier she gets. Her mother tries to reason with her. Sweetheart, find yourself a decent man. Forget that married one. Mimi snaps. She grabs a wad of cash, slaps it on the table. Here, take this and stay out of my life. She dials the wife's number over and over again. When the wife finally answers, Mimi spits pure venom. Just wait. Soon you'll be clutching your divorce papers, crying yourself to death. Ahui rushes in, snatches the phone. Mimi screams through the receiver, hysterical. Come to me now. If you don't you ever come see me again. The wife, terrified, clings to her husband's arm. Please don't go. If you promise to cut her off, I won't care who you see in the future. Just don't see her again. Ahui hesitates. 5 seconds. 10. Then he hangs up. The wife bursts into tears. But Ahui, he's touched, moved, even. In his twisted mind, this proves she truly loves him. On the other end, Mimi's calls go straight to voicemail. She loses it, smashing things, screaming, ready to storm over to the wife's house. Her loyal simp, the guy who's been chasing her for years, tries to stop her. Calm down, I'll drive you. When they arrive, Mimi's pounding on the door like she's about to break it down. To anyone watching, it looks like the real wife has shown up to tear apart her husband's mistress. But the driver finally realizes the awful truth. The woman he's been worshipping all this time isn't the victim. She's the homewrecker. Ahui, the master manipulator, crosses a line even darker than before. To please his fiery mistress Mimi, he decides to drug his own wife. That night, Mimi storms into the house, loud and proud, declaring her territory. He's mine now. Ahui plays the part of peacemaker, but inside he's seething, furious that his plan almost fell apart. When his wife steps into the shower, he wastes no time. He grabs his phone, calls Mimi, but she doesn't pick up. She's punishing him, on purpose, so he texts her instead. I'll come see you tomorrow morning. I promise. As he sets down the phone, his eyes fall on the table. A bottle of sleeping pills. That's when the evil thought hits him. His wife's been cold lately, distant. He's full of anger and frustration. Right then, Mimi sends a flirty video message. Come here, baby. I'm waiting for you. The sound suddenly plays out loud. His wife, startled, calls out from the bathroom. What was that? Ahui fumbles, panicking, mutters, just a work message. He forces a soft smile. You've been sleeping so poorly lately. I bought you some vitamins. Only it's not vitamins. It's the sleeping pill. She trusts him completely. Moments later, she drifts into a heavy sleep. He grabs his phone, sends a text. On my way. Mimi, thrilled, sets up a hidden camera, ready to make memories. The moment Ahui arrives, he switches into his Oscar-worthy performance mode. It's all my fault, he whispers. I shouldn't have pushed you away. He holds her close, kissing her neck, their shadows melting together on the wall. Downstairs, the loyal simp waits in his car, watching the lights flicker through Mimi's window. He finally breaks, realizing the goddess he worshipped is moaning in another man's arms. He stays there all night. The next morning, Mimi edits the video, every frame, every moan, and sends it straight to Ahui's wife, with a message. You can clutch your marriage certificate all you want, but it'll never be as warm as holding a man in your arms. Hours earlier, Ahui had just finished another sleepless night, entwined in passion with his mistress, Mimi. Moments later, he's back home, until his wife opens her phone and freezes. On the screen plays a graphic video, in full HD, of Ahui and Mimi's wild night together, on loop. Turns out, out, the idiot drugged his wife with sleeping pills so he could sneak out for his midnight affair. But the mistress filmed everything, and somehow, the footage ended up in the wife's hands. Just when you think it can't get worse, Mimi shows up the next day with a suitcase. Yeah, she's moving in. She calls Ahui sweetly from the gate. Baby, I'm outside your house. Open up. Ahui panics. Wait, just wait. I'll come get you. But Mimi's got a plan. She calls the wife instead and lets her hear everything. Ahui, in a panic, whispers into the phone, trying to calm Mimi down. My mom's furious about last night. She kicked me out. I have nowhere to go. He's spinning lies on top of lies. Mimi pretends to cry softly. I don't want to stay in that little apartment. I want the big house with you. The wife, listening to the entire conversation. Whatever, do what you want. Ahui hangs up, trapped between two fires. He can't calm Mimi, and he can't lose his wife. Mimi doubles down, turns to the wife, and sneers. If you don't like it, you can move out. Night falls, and that's when it gets truly insane. Mimi, dressed in almost nothing, sneaks into the master bedroom. Ahui's lying beside his wife. Mimi walks right in, bold as ever, and says in her softest, most teasing voice, "Time for bed." Then, without hesitation, she crawls onto the bed. Right between them, the wife sits frozen, staring at this woman lying inches away, acting like she belongs there. The storm outside starts to rage, rain pounding against the windows, but inside, the silence is deafening. Two women, one man, one bed, and a love story long past redemption. Maybe, the voice inside her whispers, the most selfish person here. But of course, for a man like Ahui, rock bottom is never low enough. He takes Mimi out for a romantic candlelight dinner, turns off his phone, and disappears for the night. The wife swallows her anger again. That's when a new player enters the game. The quiet one, the so-called fourth woman. She hands the wife a pregnancy test. Use this. Pretend you're pregnant. Let's destroy them with their own tricks. Even Ahui's mother can't sit still anymore. She storms in with her daughter-in-law Maggie Mingwa, pretending to check on the wife. But really, they've come to take sides. And unbelievably, Mimi's simp joins them, offering to team up with Mimi's camp. The wife trembles, watching them take over her home. Ahui, arms crossed, says calmly, "Can't we all just get along?" That's the moment something inside her snaps. She looks him dead in the eye and says, "I'm pregnant." Ahui freezes, then laughs. "Pregnant? We haven't even touched each other. How's that possible?" Mimi bursts out laughing. "Oh please, if pretending's all it takes, I could be pregnant 10 times a week." The wife doesn't flinch. She pulls out a medical report from a real hospital. The color drains from both their faces. Mimi's jaw drops. For once, she's speechless. The wife presses on. "If you really care about me, keep Mimi away, at least until the baby's born." That's when Mimi truly loses it. Screaming, shaking, slapping the table. Her mother joins in, furious, and even steals the wife's jewelry box on her way out. "Compensation," she says. The next morning, Mimi, her mom, and her loyal simp team up again, this time for a full-blown robbery. They empty the safe. When the wife tries to stop them, the simp grabs her by the neck and slams her against the wall. Mimi shouts, "Choke her, make her Miss Scary." The wife breaks free, locks herself in the bathroom, calling for help through tears. Realizing things have gone too far, Mimi grabs a shard of glass and slashes herself. When Ahui rushes in, she turns on the performance of a lifetime. "He tried to steal from us. I tried to stop him. Look at me." Ahui's mother backs up the story. The simp flees. The wife emerges, shaking, accused of attempted murder. Ahui doesn't even hesitate. He wraps Mimi in his arms, touching her fake wound with tears in his eyes. He believes her, not his wife. That's the moment the wife breaks completely. Her eyes go dark. She reaches into the drawer, pulls out a gun. "If I can't have peace," she says quietly, "then none of you will." Ahui panics, and, true to his nature, grabs Mimi and shoves her in front of him, like a human shield. "Calm down. Think of the baby." The wife screams, "There is no baby. I lied." The bullet grazes past, shattering a vase, and the illusion of their love. Ahui bolts, running for his life, leaving Mimi bleeding, the wife sobbing on the floor. In the aftermath, the wife finally sees it all clearly. None of them were worth dying for. She ends it, for good. Mimi disappears. The simp vanishes, and Ahui, he walks away untouched, back to his old life, smiling, charming, still playing games with 3 new women. Some monsters never get punished. So what do you think? Was this justice, or just another tragedy?